Amber, hello, how are you?
I am good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, great, thank you. Are you excited to be at FrightFest?
I'm so excited. FrightFest is like the highlight of my summer every year, and this year we're at the Odeon Luxe, which is amazing. I feel like it's a huge step up. I'm in Never Have I Ever, which is showing today. I'm just really excited to be here.
What would you say is the best thing about horror?
I feel like horror has the biggest and the most passionate fan base out of any genre of film that I found. And no matter where I go in the world, there's always people who've seen some of the horror films I've done, which is a bit crazy. Horror's like my favorite genre to watch, it's my favorite genre to act in. I just think there's something for everyone. It's amazing.
What would you say is the scariest horror that you've seen?
You know, I kind of want to say Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's some really great actors in it. But no, on a serious note, scariest, Hereditary. Couldn't sleep for like a month. I watched Ghost Ship when I was way too young. It's an 18. I definitely didn't watch it when I was like 12. And that was another one where I was like, I am not going in the sea ever.
So tell me, how did you get involved in this project? And tell me more about your character as well.
Yeah, so I actually met Damon, our director, at the National Film Awards last year. It was kind of like a meeting in passing, didn't think too much about it, and then I saw that he was casting for Never Have I Ever. So I reached out, I was like, hey, you know, this seems like a really great film. I love the sound of this character. Like, would you be interested in me auditioning? Had a chat, and then I was cast in the role, and the rest is history.
So what would you think audience would take away from it? And what would you like audience to take away from it?
So at the end of the day, this film is a thriller, but I think there's really important messages at the core of this film. You know, the main character, Sam, he's struggling with grief. His wife, the character that I play, she's going through a lot. And she's a victim of DV, so I'm hoping that if there's any women out there who are going through something similar, they can maybe see something of themselves in the character, and maybe it'll help them to make different choices to get themselves out of a difficult situation.
And also, we're asking people this week if they could choose a horror, or we could say thriller franchise, even though, yeah, Taken would be a thriller franchise, wouldn't it? Which would you like to be in?
Oh my God, how do I choose just one? Okay, so a really great slasher came out recently called Thanksgiving, directed by Eli Roth, and I interviewed Eli. He was amazing. And I know they're doing a sequel, so if you're casting, I'm here. Otherwise, Scream, I think, is a classic. I love the Scream franchise. I think it will never get old. They could do like Scream 27, 28, and I'll be first in line at the cinema. So probably Scream.
I'm exactly the same as you as well.
Oh, good. I love those films.
What was Eli like?
Oh, he was amazing. So obviously I know him as like the Bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards, as well as directing some of my all-time favorite horror films like Hostel. So it was a dream come true, and he was just really sweet. He wanted to watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and I was like, okay, cool, you know who I am. That's a bit wild, but no, he was just amazing, really passionate about what he did. It was a pleasure to interview him.
So if you could sum your film up in 3 words, how would you sum it up?
Thriller, dramatic, grief. Ooh, that's dramatic. I like those 3. We'll stick with those 3.
They're great. And then lastly, what can we expect from you in the future?
So I have recently been cast in possibly the most exciting film of my career. It's called Nightmares, and it's based on the true story that A Nightmare on Elm Street is based on. So it's a journalistic thriller. It's directed by Gene Fillets, who's incredible. His last film was Control with Kevin Spacey, and I play one of the co-lead supporting roles. So we're going into production in March 2025, so I'm really, really excited to get started on that one.
That sounds amazing. Well, enjoy the rest of FrightFest, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
See you too.